Welcome back, victors, to the Lucky Die. Previously, Lafian asked the questions. Rhal wants to rescue a friend, Squash needs to learn a new language, and Zaltanna realizes a tactical error. A last-moment change of plan sees Bogum not only take Dachin's body, but also Emil's refractory into oblivion. Meanwhile, the dragon agrees to take the sword with Common in it to the icy realm of the North. And speaking of the remaining members of Team Dachin, Lafian and Zaltanna take a moment to speak with their gnomish prisoner, unlike Demi, who reveals she can no longer understand Common. Will the Common sword be safe? Is Bertrand's information useful? And how soon before Squash's sacrifice catches up with him? I guess we're about to find out. Welcome back to the Lucky Die.
We're going to a very tiny retcon right at the beginning of this episode for right at the end of the last episode, which is Dammaz is going to wander around the area where the fight was and pick up a bunch of important stuff that we forgot. And they wouldn't have forgotten. So Dammaz is going to go around and pick up the stuff that Bogum dropped when he came through from the stalking. He's going to pick up a tiny, like the purple triangle with silver drops in it that was left behind from Dachin's corpse. So he's going to go around and grab those things. And if there's anything you think, oh, why wasn't this? Assume Dammaz has it. And then you get teleported. The four of you and your companions find yourself standing in Falsam Falsam. You are in the temple, in that little entrance opening area. What would you like to do?
Okay. We probably should split ourselves into teams because we need to deal with the Eye of Summer and Winter as soon as possible. Now, I'm not feeling fantastic. I'm feeling okay, not fantastic. Perhaps we should seek out some healers and make sure everybody's ready because, knowing Dachin, we're not gonna be, opening the eyes simply.
Closing
the eyes simply, thank you. And when I say I'm feeling okay, I mean I'm feeling terrible. I'm pretty bad.
Squash, I'm covered head to toe in burn marks. I'm soaking wet. I think I have shards of rock embedded somewhere. Can I have an hour at least? We literally just fought the epitome of death outside of... And he generally just gestures to Rhal.
The epiphany of death. Present company not included.
Present company patrons not included either. Just a small reprieve, and then we can go make it so that the rest of you can actually sleep.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Fine. It's not a bad idea.
I'm going to go find a secluded corner. If you need me, try not to need me.
Demi says something very quickly to Dammaz. She's still able to comprehend what you're saying currently because of a spell that Emil passed, but she can't speak Common. And Dammaz very quickly translates and he says, Demi's going to head upstairs to speak with Trempel and to find Dana. If anyone knows how to close the eyes of summer and winter, it'll be Dana. So we're going to start there.
That would be very helpful.
Is Demi going to have time to rest as well?
She smiles and puts a thumb up.
Squash smiles and puts a thumbs up, and then he goes, Yeah.
She can understand, she just can't talk it.
Right, yes. Okay. All right. I guess we need to lie down and relax.
Demi and Dammaz very quickly... No, they don't. Demi very quickly, disappears, and you assume that she has gone up. Emil has basically just gone off to one side, and he's sitting on the fountain. And Dammaz says, there's probably plenty of healers around in the temple if you need them.
I should be fine if we rest. But if that doesn't work anymore, like sleeping, then I'll have to seek them out.
Yeah. Yeah. Rhal, can I have a quick chat?
Sure. Do we need to leave the
Someone's in
prisoner
trouble?
somewhere? I'm in trouble. Do we need to leave the prisoner somewhere?
Oh, right, yeah, him. The prisoner, the mountain squash gnome, he is happy to be alive. He has a bit of a smile on his face, realizing kind of where he is and who he's surrounded by. You've got him well and truly hogtied, I think is how y'all had phrased that you were putting him. He still seems pretty happy. So, your prisoner is currently under arrest. He's out of our way for now. You can go and question him later if you want to. That's where he is. All right.
I used to have a more comfortable chair for you. Then someone fucking ruined it.
God damn it,
Wonder
Neil.
who that was. Maybe you should consider your actions.
Oh, that chair.
Might be
Yeah.
my chair.
Once the prisoner has been dealt with and stored in an appropriate place, Dammaz walks over to you, Rhal, and he presents Rhal's axe. Bogrim's axe. And also you can see that kind of very loosely and very quickly tied to the shaft of the axe is what looks like a hastily written note. Found this where he jumped through, and I figured this probably best for you.
Okay, I guess it wasn't a hasty decision he made.
He didn't have time to put it in an envelope. He just tied it on, so I'm assuming he didn't have a lot of time. So I didn't read much of it, just the first few lines. I figured it was talking about you and Ama, so yeah, stop reading at that point, mate.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hollow, if you need anything, I'm going to go. He points upstairs. Go find the sister. And with that, you see that he basically makes his way towards the area, like the sleeping area, where you know that there is a rune that teleports up and down to the Witches Society. Sorry, the major circle. What do you want to do now?
He's gonna open it and read it. He's gonna do so out in the open, kind of, because he wants to go check on the other Dragonborn, but I don't want to go in there and get upset and start bleeding in front of all of them immediately after doing that. So we can get that out of the way if at all possible.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell that this has been very quickly written. This was oh crap kind of I need to write something very quickly. And it says, Firestorm and Shadowstrike. I don't have a lot of time. If Emil is meant to be an avatar for a god, then he's more valuable to the survivor of the world, and to you both, than I am. Emil is a lich. There's so many dead because of him, and he should not be in this world when we win. A bit vulnerable at his mercy, that's way too dangerous. Provided everything goes to plan, he won't be much of a problem to deal with if I take his tea kettle thing with me, and we ditch into the void. 2 stones, 1 hammer fell. I'm okay. He said he was leaving notes for Demi. She might be able to get him out using them. Don't let him get those notes back. Don't let anyone. Burn them. But I wouldn't be too mad if you got me out first, though. Look, in case you don't manage it or you don't want to, just know that I love you both. And I'm sorry. I hope you're about to think about me one day and smile, or at least say Bogan would. And that's where the note ends.
Yeah. Rhal looks a bit distressed. I'll have him make a check.
I was about to say, I have just taken a mouthful of coffee. I was like, you probably want a con check. For the other three of you, you're definitely more than able to see this. Like Neil said that Rhal was reading it in the open, so.
Okay. Then I think Squash probably notices out of the corner of his eyes, and he's gonna sit up from where he was lying down. And well, are you okay?
I'm rolling acid damage. Hold on. I did a bad job. What is that, 9?
8.
8?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
so
die.
you notice there is a fair bit of fluid dripping from his jaw, and you do hear that very, very faint fizzle.
What is that letter? What are you holding?
Hey, Squash.
Hey?
Yeah, I'm fine. Squash. Rhal will hand the note to you. It's... I don't think there's anything crazy personal. It's clearly not to you. But I think that his opinions about a meal should be shared with someone, so he'll let you read it.
Squash goes through the note real quick, and folds it back up and gives it back to Rhal. He's not wrong.
No, I guess.
I'll go track down Demi real quick. And Squash gets up and he's gonna try to figure out where
You need a
Demi went.
translator.
Squash is halfway out the door she can understand me. Where's Dammaz? Squash kind of jogs out of the room looking for Dammaz at that point.
You would have noticed that Dammaz had basically gone to the area where there is a rune to take you up and down to the major circle. So yeah, it's probably pretty easy just to go the same place and find someone to boss show upstairs.
The runevator, if you were.
The crude runator. Yes, the runevator. Thank you. That's how we deal with elevators in our world. The runevators. Thank you. Yeah, you use the runevator, you bosh upstairs into the major circle, and you can tell there's a lot of people milling about. They're still working hard. You can see a lot of people as you kind of leave this area behind where most of the folks are. As you come into that more busy area, you see a lot of people are reading and studying, and they're trying to figure out how to do stuff, how to fix things, how to grow stuff, how to sleep. You see a lot of even in the corridors, people just cramming themselves in, just trying to work on problems and solutions.
Can I see Dammaz from where I'm standing?
Yeah. I'm gonna say by the time you kind of get to that reception area, you can see that the kind of the gnome who was acting as the receptionist last time you were here. You can see Dammaz just he has his his elbows on the desk and his head in his hands, he's just waiting. He's not irate at him. He's just just trying to deal with life.
Accepting the bureaucracy.
Yes.
That's a good easy way to get soul death without soul fire.
Standing in line, waiting in a queue.
Squash is gonna nip up behind him and just pull on his shirt.
What? Oh. What's up?
Need a translator for Demi real quick.
She's on it. Well, at least for an hour or so anyway.
She knows the content of the letter?
What letter?
The letter you gave Rhal.
Oh, right, sorry. Yeah, I was a bit preoccupied. No, but she's persuading Trempel to help her out with some spells so she can communicate in the last few days.
Next few days.
Yeah, that's what she said too. What's happened since I've gone, huh?
I believe we have a good chance, Dammaz.
I hope so. Hang about a bit. I think she's negotiating.
Okay. I'll throw myself on that chair over there.
There's like a tiny little bit of room left on the end of a bench. Yeah, it's probably not more than a few minutes. And Trempel looks browbeaten, and Demi doesn't look quite as happy as the result of the negotiations as she had wanted. But yeah, she sees you there and she smells, and in what is clearly magically altered, you hear her speaking halfling because she's using tongues. And she says, I thought you were getting rest.
Was gonna get rest. Kind of wanted to deliver to you Bolgrim's final wishes.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Squash is, by the way, talking halfling. There's no need for anybody else to hear this.
She kind of looks like momentarily confused, like, what Bolgrim leave me in his will?
Yeah, Squash gives Demi like a assurance smile, basically like a, yeah, I know, that's weird. Let's go somewhere where there aren't prying eyes or loose lips.
Wow, what did he leave me? You guys can find somewhere. It's not like the most private, but it's more akin to like a bit of empty corner of a corridor sort of thing. Everywhere else is kind of taken up.
I'm sorry to bother you with this. I know you're more than busy, but I thought you should know what Bolgrim was thinking. He distrusts Emil with every fiber of his being. And Bolgrim asked that you torch whatever notes were left for you.
I don't even know what notes he left exactly. It was just hey, I've left you some notes, and then Bolgrim was gone. So I don't actually know what he's left. But I don't know what he's left. I don't know if I can just torch them without looking at them, Squash.
Squash looks over at Debbie, kind of like head tilting. He's kind of surprised by this answer. We torched all of Dacian's note because they were dangerous.
But I'd read them.
Do you think your mind is impenetrable?
Well, for the most part, but it's not really the point. What if these notes help? I can't just torch them without knowing what's in them, Squash. I mean, if they're all notes on becoming a lich, I'm probably going to burn those.
I don't think he left you those notes. I think all he left you was ways to get him out of the abyss. And I think he is probably now racing, trying to figure out how to open up the abyss and get his phylactery back.
I can't burn those. I mean, no, I could burn those. I could read them and then I could burn those.
If you feel the need to read them, I'm not gonna be able to persuade you otherwise. But lie, Demi. Lie if you ever get asked. Emil is...
He's dangerous, I know.
He's evil.
I have to read them, I can't not. If that's what they are, then I have to. You can't ask me to burn them, to not read them, really.
All right.
Okay, well, I'd probably be able to get to those notes sooner rather than later. You're going to need help with closing the eyes of summer and winter. Your best bets are going to be Trempel and Dana. They're probably ones who have the magic that will help you to do this. talk to them, get them to take you there, bludgeon them, threaten them, offer them money, bribe them. I don't really care. They're the two that you're going to want. If I have to go deal with these notes first, then I need to go do that.
Will do. You just talked to Trampel. You didn't bring up the eye thing?
He mentioned that Dana is working on that. So Dana is probably the one you're going to want to talk to. Trampel has the magic to do the other side. I was going to do it, but I guess that if I have to go do this, I may not be back to be able to help everybody do that.
You got this. You got this. And Squash reaches up.
I don't think I have. I am.
Squash reaches up and grabs her wrist. Just like gently. You got this. We've got the eyes. You've got the notes. Together we'll take care of this.
I will come find you guys when I'm done. There's a few places I need to check, and I don't have a lot of magic left, and I'm already kind of exhausted. You guys got a night's sleep, and I didn't quite so much, so I'm kind of I'm kind of running low on here. So I will come find you when I'm done with this.
Please do. All right, I'm gonna go find Donna.
Donna's over in the classroom. She kind of points over the opposite end of the building.
Squash gives her a smile.
All right.
Good luck.
You kind of look back, and she's already like gone.
Oh, got magic to teleport. Ain't got time to spend with me. Okay.
You're the time wizard. She isn't.
Not yet. All right. Squash is gonna run over to Donna.
Yeah, she seems to be like making a kit, I guess, and it's very obvious that she's making two of them.
Squash walks in and looks at the two kits and like, those for us?
Oh, hello. I guess that depends. I think so. Probably. Well, you guys are involved in a lot of shit, so probably.
Eye of winter, balances Eye of summer.
All right. Fair enough. I've just got to finish brewing and making all the potions and such like, and I've just got to finish the final word in, and then I can give that to Trampel, and you guys can go do what you need to do.
Fantastic. I know you don't want to be dragged into fights, but I
feel like there's a but coming.
I'm still gonna ask because I have to. Demi is completely empty. She hasn't slept for 2 days and has been throwing around spells, and she even joined us in a fight just earlier today. Squash gestures at his body, which is burnt and marred.
Oh, dear.
If you could accompany us, if only for protection, if you have anything you want to throw around, or anything you can throw around before we go, just consider it. The guys are downstairs taking whatever rest we can before we head in.
She looks down at the array of things that she has. You can see that there are some runes, like a how-to guide on how to cast the spell. You can see that there are clearly like tea leaves of varying different types. You can tell that there's another like smaller kind of like type of light that she's creating. Mm-hmm. And she looks at them, and she looks up, and she looks around at all like the students that were hers and the other teachers, and everybody in this room looks exhausted. And she looks up, and you can see that their bags are massively under her eyes. And she says, "Where we come from this? If we don't sleep, we're all dead."
I'm sorry to ask this of you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Look, we can't. We can either cast this at midday or at midnight, and, well, as you notice, midday's already come and gone.
Midnight it is.
So get whatever rest all of you can. And Trampel and I will meet you downstairs in a couple of hours.
Thank you.
Get whatever kind of rest you can, even if it's just closing of the eyes, listening to meditating or praying, whatever it is you need to do. Just go do that.
Yeah, will do. Thank you. Yeah, bye. And Squash awkwardly walks out.
Yeah, I giggle a little bit, and then she continues doing what she's doing. All right. Is there anything else you want to do before we jump over to everyone else?
Nope, please.
All right. Squash takes, I'm assuming, the Runevator back down to the temple. Mm-hmm. Great. Rhal, Zaltanna, Lafian, anything y'all want to do?
Short rest.
I'm going to say, Lafian, because of the time between when you arrived back here in Falsam, which is probably, I don't know, let's say almost on the spot of midday, you could actually take a long rest over the period between here and when the next major thing will happen. So you can take a long rest if you wish.
I just want to spend hit die is the main thing. Because I don't regain things on short rests.
I know not many people do, but for sure, if y'all are only, you should only be able to take short rests, folks. Yeah, definitely roll hit dice. Please, for the love of your various cards, regain your hit points. Yeah, you can absolutely take short rests, no problem. Rhal?
Rhal is going to go and put on a happy face and go check on all the Dragonborns. Ama is gone. So it's very important that Rhal goes in and makes sure that everyone is okay.
Yeah, you go into the sleeping quarters and you can see that kind of at the end of the sleeping quarters, which seems to get bigger or smaller depending on the amount of people using the space, you notice that there have been various little, I guess teeny tiny little habitats set up. So you can see there's an area that's really, really obviously cold, that's covered in icicles. And you can see that when people are breathing there, that it's going up in mist. You can see an area that is clearly very, very warm. The stones are beginning to irradiate heat. You can see other places that are just much chiller in nature. And you actually also notice that the Dragonborn that was hanging out with you at the beach, that they are sitting on a chair and they're playing their cello for everyone. And you can just hear this soft music in the background, and you can see a lot of folks just sitting and listening and breathing to the rhythm that they're playing on their cello.
Yeah, Rhal will just sit and listen for a while. At some point, he'll find Squash again. Otherwise, yeah, as long as everyone is okay here, he makes appearances, pretends like everything is fine. It's okay.
It's obvious that they are coping, and from the little talk that you do hear, they're clearly quite scared and they don't understand why they can't sleep so much. But you see some of the older ones definitely trying to keep people calm, but some of them are obviously failing in certain places. Some of them are they're just not able to deal, and you can see that they've been talked with and sat with and spoken with, and a lot of them are just trying to listen to the music that your friend is playing. You can tell that they are also really tired. You can see that hear that they're skipping notes. So although on the surface everything is okay, it's one of those somebody yells boo and everything's gone. It's one of those really it's all surface level right now. They're just keeping it together for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rhal will let them know very carefully what's going on. So you might have noticed it's kind of hard to get some rest right now.
There's a blue dragonborn at the front, and they nod at you and they say, "What is the problem?"
Kind of the same thing with the food shortage, where they have just made it very hard for us to live. But we are taking care of it, and we should have it done really soon. So don't worry, you'll be able to get some rest soon. Until then, just find someone, maybe some coffee somewhere. I'm sure someone has set something up, but don't stray too far from one another. And
we won't. Is there anything that we can do to help?
I don't know just yet. Has anyone heard from Ama?
The blue dragonborn, they look at the rest, and you can see that most of them nod in their direction, and they get up and they move over to sit next to you, and they say,
Ama sent a message back a little while ago. She is following the dwarf. They are closing in on where the elves are living.
He is moving very fast, and she is struggling to keep up with him.
Can you send messages?
You see the blue dragonborn kind of like point to a red dragonborn who's like sitting in the icy area. They seem kind of happy, even though that they are kind of covered in burn marks. They're just like, yep, everything's great, it's fine. But they're also covered in some magical runes, so you can tell that they are clearly a spellcaster. And the dragonborn says,
yes, they can send messages a couple of times a day, but they said that they are out of magic right now. If they could rest, they could probably send a message to Emma tomorrow. If we rest tonight, that is.
Yeah. You said she's, where the elves live?
They nod. I can't pronounce it.
Beligbud?
I'm going to say yes, but I can't be sure.
Okay.
Do you want us to get her a message from you?
I just want to make sure that she doesn't need help. If she's too tired, they can probably sleep, but she cannot. I don't want her taking any risks if we can help as soon as we're done with all of the sleeping things. I could probably find her and help if she holds off. I just want to make sure she doesn't get hurt.
Okay. When we rest, I will ask them to send Emma a message for you. Let her know that you're coming.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You and Emma have both been so good to all of us. And I know that it is not easy. We just wanted to say thank you.
Yeah, we're all in this together, you know? Well, you know, Emma chooses to be, but we are all in this together.
I'm going to go sit back down now. Before I...
and you see that they are like controlling whatever is swelling in them for the moment. They go to sit back down and listen to the music. You're very easy able to find Squash again. Squash, you can be wherever the fuck you want. Yeah, that's easy enough for you all to do. Zaltanna, is there anything that you want to do other than maybe taking a short rest? Is there anything you want to go, anyone you want to go talk with? Anything you want to do in particular?
No, ma'am.
Okie doke. I'm gonna make the gross assumption that most of y'all are probably in the sleeping quarters, because then everyone is around who wants to go put in on stuff is able to be there, and also you get to listen to nice cello music. So that's the good times. All right.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. Squash, I'm assuming, is either arriving back or is there before Rhal gets back.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
And I'm imagining he's like kind of kicking around, trying to like find a comfortable way to lie or sleep. He's just kind of like restless.
Mm-hmm.
Rhal wanders in. Kind of plops down somewhere nearby.
Then he's gonna... Yeah, I think Squash, without even looking at Rhal, just goes out loud. Then he's gonna read the notes and make a judgment how dangerous they are.
Okay. I'm not sure I need them to get Bogram back or anything, but if I do, they might be important.
Probably.
Emil said that he could just do it, I guess. They're his notes, after all.
Yeah, he should know how to do this. He's the one who opened the portal to the abyss. He probably can open a new one. I guess the question is, does he know how to open one back? And maybe a lot of the work, a lot of the information is in those notes that he needs.
I'm sure it's not so easy as just opening a portal. Having to find someone in there.
He couldn't open the portal without his pot.
I'm not sure it couldn't. I think that it's wouldn't. He needed it. I don't know. All the magic is kind of over my head, you know.
Yeah, you're kind of
I still
outside.
just have my illusions. I'm surprised I have those though. They're nice.
They're good. It's magic's fun. Magic's really interesting.
You did some interesting magic to save our asses back there. I think the whole world owes you quite a bit for that. How do you do that?
Oh,
The deal you made.
Squash sits up, like clearly over the idea of trying to rest at this point. It's a contract with Clemdell. If I understand the logic correctly, back in the day, magic had different rules, back when it was called chaos magic. And when they established the rules, there was a small addendum added to the rules. And that was that on a contract with Clemdell, a person is allowed one magical ability, one spell, outside of their wheelhouse. But it comes at a price, very similar to the rules of death, the rules of revival. But what you have to do is you have to expend magical energy to reach out to Clemdell, and you have to ask for audience. And Squash is gonna grab a piece of paper out of his bag and a quill, and he starts writing out a little thing. It's like you have to incant these things, and you have to do a couple of those, and if you do it correctly, you should get a direct line to Clemdell. Now, I have this feeling you can use this to annoy Clemdell. Because if I understand it correctly, the goddess has a direct line to every mortal who knows how to do this. So, Squash folds up the piece of paper and hands it over to Rhal. Don't let that get out of your hands. I have a feeling that is dangerous in the wrong hands. And as Squash hands over the piece of paper, he says, I don't think you have the ability to make a deal, because I don't think Clemdell can hear you.
Why not?
You don't have magic in your blood. I don't know how you're doing the illusions. I genuinely don't understand how you're doing the illusions. But there's a power in your blood when you're casting magic. And you deplete it as you use magic. That's why Demi is just empty. And if I understand correctly, the thing you're doing, it doesn't deplete. You can do it forever. They're not powerful enough to reach Clemdell, I think. And now I'm going to break the meta and ask, Neil, does Rhal have a level 1 spell slot?
No.
Then you can't.
He has
cast
key
it.
points.
I'm sorry, Rhal. I know it's in your nature to sacrifice. But until there's magic in your blood, I don't think you can. I don't like telling people they can't do something, but I need to be honest.
Yeah. You know, it's hard to say. Maybe it's just not trained yet. I didn't learn anything.
There's a genuine smile on Squash's face when you say that. He's just like, are you plotting magic, Rhal? I know you have the illusions, but
Yes, Neil, are you plotting magic?
No, what?
I know that you can learn magic through intense study, and I know some people are born with magic in them, and I know that I managed to trick my way into magic, so I'm not saying you're up shit creek with no paddle. But I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious, Rhal. What are you thinking?
I don't know. It just seems strange, you know. You have to expend the magical energy, but you also spend the sacrifice. And if the obstacle is just getting in touch with Clendel, I mean, I don't know that I need magic to do that. I could probably find a way. But who knows? It's a conversation and an idea for another day if the time comes. I think we hope for the time to not come for such things. I just have a lot on my mind, you know.
I know. I understand.
Also, Hope had given me these things. I have these vials. I've been trying to save them as much as I can. They're very magic, aren't they?
Squash is gonna, inspect one.
It's as soon as you hold it, you just feel like an instant connection to it, like this belongs to you. And you can see that floating in the obviously magical fluid, you can see a single grain of sand, and you instinctively know this comes from the hourglass of Bikron.
Oh. I don't know what this is exactly, but
Insight.
You're full of shit, Squash.
Squash is shit so. But I know this belongs to the timekeeper. And it is... it's not volatile, but it's very potent. That's the word I'm looking for. There's a lot of energy here. What is this? Did she tell you?
She made me promise that I would not give it to anyone else. This is the person you met with, right?
Squash describes Hope.
It's a match.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, she is the only timekeeper that Bikron has ever known. Squash is gonna... Is there any chance for Squash to suss out what this is?
Take a wisdom check.
All right. That's an 8.
It has something to do with time.
It's got something to do with time, but Squash is gonna shake it up and wait until the light hits it in the right way so you can see the little corn, the little sand corn floating around. Sand corn? That's the Icelandic word.
Grain.
Thank you.
Grain.
Yes, we call them sandkorn. We call them sandkorn. Yeah, the single grain is floating around, and he's like, "You notice that little speck in there?
Yeah.
That's I'm pretty sure, a piece of sand from the hourglass of Bikron. You know, the thing that keeps this whole world turning."
Yeah, it seemed pretty important.
Squash is gonna hand it back.
Yeah, they made me promise not to use it on anyone else.
This is for you.
Yeah, to make sure that I make it to the end of this, you know. If I have too many attacks, I will start using them, but I've been okay so far. I've been not using them, you know. Unless I really need. I think I've used like, I haven't been keeping track because I anticipated that I would add it up to this point by now. I think I was given 5 or 6, and I've used like 1, so I still have at least like 4. It's like 4
Just
or
say
5.
a couple, and then you'll be covered.
Yeah, I'll get there.
I'm pretty sure she only gave you 4, but I'm like,
And then in counting how many I've used, I know that I've used 1.
oh my god.
I don't think I've used 2.
No,
I've
I don't
been
think you
guilted
have.
into using 1. I was thinking, I don't know how this works. This is something for someone like you. I know that you've been looking into like the fire stuff, and I was playing with my belt the other day and flipping it to the thing. It has a thing for fire. And you had done the thing where you take magic from one thing and put it in another. And
Yes.
I'm not sure it would be breaking too much of a promise if I left one of these with you, And maybe this makes something like my belt help someone from fire times 10.
You can definitely see Squash's like brain like start cracking as he's just like you can see his eyes start left and right as he's thinking the whole thing. Like, this is clearly created to.
It's just weird to think about, because I was thinking about the dagger and why such weird, like niche magical things exist that, clearly don't exist in any other place. And the fire thing seems like one of those niches, one of those things that maybe there's just not ever been a time where such a, and for a good reason, probably, people don't usually expect to deal with such things, but kind of a weird thing to be prepared for. But if there's not anything magical in the world now, why couldn't there be? The dagger didn't exist before someone made it.
As far as I know, currently there's a single way to put out soulfire. And it's not 100% chance. And there is a high risk of spreading it by doing it. These vials, these potions, they seem to push you out of time, seem to delay your inevitable... yeah. I don't know if you could combine these in some way. Combine these with the magical items. You have your belt on right now to prevent you from hurting yourself, right? With the acid.
Yeah.
Squast looks up and he's counting something on his fingers. When we're done with the ice, I don't know how much it hurt, but if you could borrow me the belt for a couple of hours, I can maybe do some experiments.
I just have to stay calm. Yeah, I should be fine otherwise.
I would appreciate that. But I've already berated Emil and the book and I've berated Soren, thank you, and Soren about not researching Soulfire more. And it doesn't sound... I don't think it's doable for somebody like me. But I appreciate the... What's the word I'm looking for? The intent and the potential. Maybe. I did help with the food shortage, which I did not think I could. So, maybe.
The only person I know of who has been along for that amount of time might be Wu Ranwa.
You see Squash pull his knees closer to his chest.
I have to go check on my alchemist friend and see if Wu Ranwa's okay soon and, bring him back before all of this happens. And,
Maybe I can tag along.
yeah. Worth a shot, I know that these things all seem so weird to me, but they seem kind of impossible and weird to you too, so... yeah. Just making sure we ask all the right people. I don't know who else to ask.
Does it feel like a dream to you too?
All of this?
Since I came back from Cicero, haven't been able to shake the feeling that I'm dreaming. It's not constant. It's not like every day I'm having a trouble concentrating, but it feels like I should have died a long time ago.
Yeah. I think everything since prison has kind of had that way especially since, I knew that we were going to be hanged and everything, so.
I'm sorry that the world has been so cruel. I know it's not my fault, but it's still not fair. And I'm glad that you've had the chance to meet with Emma again. And if I'm understanding correctly, I'm glad that you have the chance to spend an obscene amount of time together.
I hope so. Still a lot of wrong has been done to people, I'm not sure if I'm ready to forgive that. I don't like the attitude that the Dragonborn have had towards the sick. I don't know how I feel about them.
The world is as it is. The Sentinels created it flawed. Created us flawed. Created the gods flawed. The best we can do is try to leave it better than we found it.
It's just strange that they gave me a chance, Why did they not kill me when they met us on the rooftops that day? I was, a very small obstacle, standing in the way of everything that their purpose is. And they took a really dumb chance on it.
It was Rondra who took the chance on you, wasn't it? I wasn't there, I was in Cicero.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Maybe Verondra is as dumb as the gods. He isn't paying attention to what his people are doing exactly. Or maybe he's just as short-sighted. But he did take a chance on you.
Do you think, you don't think that Marnak is being tempted, do you?
I don't know how to say this. We are in such a precarious situation. We're teetering on the edge. I am scared to my soul that we're not going to be able to make it. And the idea that some of our friends, some of our companions and cohorts are even considering betraying us.
We've been betrayed quite a bit. I don't know. I guess I'm just overthinking things now.
You're not. You're acting on lived experiences. I haven't been betrayed often. I was always the traitor. I'm sorry I betrayed you guys as well. I'm sorry I'm part of the sickness of the world. I'm trying to do better for everybody. So, is Monarch tempted by the blissful eclipse? I don't doubt it. He's suffered. He's lost a lot, and the gods have treated him unfairly. But I think you've seen the potential of this world. Again. Him and Lisbeth, right?
I just think that sometimes I have this flaw where someone has the potential or makes the offer to help me. And that's all it takes for me to, do anything for them. Fall into traps.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that's kept me alive this long, I kind of rely on it, I guess. I don't think a lot about it. I just take help where I can get it.
Squash is gonna lean over and he's gonna poke Rhal in the chest. It may be one of your biggest weaknesses, but I think it might be one of your greatest strengths too. Your greatest boon. You trust. Maybe too easily.
It would be great to make it out of this without being considered the worst mistake to have come out of the Marius, huh?
At this point, you hear two people approaching. You look up, and the four of you can very easily hear and see that Trampel and Dana are walking into the area. They didn't use the Runovator for whatever reasons. They clearly walked down. Dana has a couple of, bags, I guess, little leather bags. She's holding one, and you can see that she passes one over to Trampel as the pair of them walk in the room. All right, there, my lovelies.
Hey, is it time already? Squash looks around at the absence of windows.
You're probably a couple of hours off, but you also notice that slowly keeping up is Dammaz, who looks fresher than anyone because he was in stasis for fucking ever. You notice he's got his boots back on. He looks like he's ready for whatever's coming. Dana says, I thought we should probably figure out what it is y'all want to do. Trampel and I, we both roughly know what we're doing magic-wise. And I'm going to take a great leap of logic and say that one or more of you have got a mark of summer or a mark of winter amongst you. I know Dammaz here's got a winter at least.
Squash does a little finger pointing to Lafian and himself.
We're both marked.
Summer or winter?
Winter.
I've got summer.
Right. So, what we need to do is, depending on how you want the groups to go, we need Lafian. You're the only one I know who's got the mark of summer on you. Either it be obviously a little bit close right now, but you've at least got one. And it's up to you and Dammaz which one of you two want to go. But whichever it is, spell's basically the same. Trampel and I just got to cast it at the same time, and it should. As long as I've done my calculations correctly, it should work out. So what do you want to do?
If the group of us were to stick together, is there people to go along with Dammaz? I would be rather worried if it was just the two of you.
He nods and says, Yeah, there's a couple of lodge members round, and there's a couple of the major circle. I'm your favour or two, If not, I can cash in my sister's favours. I'm sure she won't mind.
If you're confident, then I think it best if we stick together as a group.
It's entirely up to you. Dana, Trampel, you got any preferences? I've never been to the Eye of Summer, so I'd quite like to go there, if only for curiosity's sake.
It's very lovely. Maybe not so much this time of year, but...
I'm sure. Trampel's shrugs don't bother me, been to both.
I'm thinking about our strengths and weaknesses, where we'd be best placed. I'm really scared of leaving Dammaz alone with... I know we shouldn't split up. I know it's a bad idea, but we have to split up. And I'm afraid of leaving Dammaz alone.
Well, he's not going to be alone.
I know.
So I got turned into a crystal. Twice. I'll be fine, mate.
The guy doing the crystallizing isn't exactly around to do it a third time.
Very much thanks to you four.
But we're going up against his machinations, aren't we?
I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of defense there,
Where are these things?
The Eye of Summer, if I understand it, is up by Belligbood, about a bit of a half-hour ride north, Lafian.
Sounds about right.
And the Eye of Winter is buried down in the south somewhere. It's bloody cold.
If Rhal, if I remember correctly, you came with us, actually. It was the big lake that we jumped into, where there was that creepy-looking black sand that kind of...
Emma is near Belligbood looking for the person who took our food away.
Oh.
She's closing in on him near there. If we can't make it over there, perhaps we could at least send her help, maybe, if we let someone know. Looking at balance.
I don't know many people that have the mark. In fact, I'm not sure who does. It's not something people really broadcast.
No, I mean, like, to help Emma with the murder thing.
Oh. I mean, while we're there, I can ask my father if there's any Inquisitors available to tag along.
Just trying to get her some help, you know. He's probably been able to sleep, and she has not.
I remember there was this person in the throne room when we fought with Glengareth. Very sneaky person. Don't remember their name or what happened to them exactly. Oh, I don't remember if we murdered somebody. Squash has like a worried look on his face. But if he's still around, he's definitely the kind of person that could travel with Emma. You're welcome, V.
Just someone trusted, you know. If we can't make it there, maybe someone could. She will be very, very sneaky, so maybe someone finds Salt, the person she's looking for, and, you know, helps her that way. I just know that's where he is. About.
Something that we can look into, for sure, but more pressing matter is the eyes. Are we splitting up? Sticking together?
I don't think splitting up is a good idea.
I agree.
I want to, but I don't think it's a good idea. The four of us go to the Eye of Summer. Dammaz and whoever he can scrounge together. Dammaz, please, be careful. Do not underestimate this. Dajin may be gone, but his machines, they still churn.
I will try the best I can. So I've got head of the Mages Circle with me. Got a couple of my boys, a couple of my girls, a couple of my friends. Should be alright, mate. When the worst comes to worst, Ardo Demi can get to me in a heartbeat.
And if something does happen to you, we have the God Hotline to know about it.
Certainly.
Are you guys not more powerful fighting together? Squash points between Zaltanna and Dammaz. I don't know, I feel like being close to your god should, like, embolden you.
Oh, yeah, like, when we had that portal fight thing, like, kicking ass like I've never kicked ass before.
Feels like that was so long ago.
Yeah, tell me about it.
All right.
We still have a couple hours, right?
I just thought we'd better check if we're going to be splitting up, if we've got to send people here, there, or whatever. So I've got a couple of hours if you need them.
V, how long has it been?
Probably 6-7 hours, probably.
Oh,
it's been a while.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I'm going to continue trying to rest because at least if I can replenish myself, I'll feel more comfortable knowing that, worst comes to worst, at least I can protect my friends best I can.
Yeah, if you
get some sort of rest. It doesn't really matter what kind. And then just before we go, we'll prep the two of you on what you need to do.
Sounds good to me.
She kind of like taps the side of her leg. She's like, all right then, I'll be back here in a few hours to pick you up. Tempo, Dammaz, you better go do whatever you want to do. And you see Dammaz give her like a bit of a mock salute. He gives a bit of a bow to Zaltanna, and the three of them leave. Hi everyone, it's Valonda here. No sleep for the wicked, eh? This minor not being able to go to sleep thing may well have minorly been based on my insomnia struggles when I was younger. Still struggle a little now. But hey, hopefully the TLD crew will be able to put everyone to sleep. Yep, I'm leaving that hanging there. I want to say a huge thank you to Jeffrey Arbice, who's one of our newer patrons. So thank you so much for supporting us. We genuinely do appreciate it. It just helps us keep the lights on around here, and it helps keep us motivated to, keep pushing through and making all these amazing episodes. So thank you so much for that. If you want to send us messages, you can find us on social medias by searching at TLD Pod, or you can send us an email, tld@blighthouse.studio, or the Lucky Die Podcast @gmail.com. Either way, they'll find me. So, hey, send us a message if you want to, or say hi on social media. You're going to hear an ad for 4 Top 3s, which is a podcast that myself, Neil, Athel, and Kessa do, where we're basically just having fun. It's a talk show. We're ranking things. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, go check that out. It's one of our other productions at Blighthouse. So enjoy. We'll see you soon. Good night. Goodbye. Welcome to 4 Top 3s, where 4 friends list our top 3 favourite things about a random subject of choice.
You might be wondering, hey, I already have like 75 other podcasts that is basically just for people who are friends talking bullshit at each other. Why should I be listening to this? We are actually from 4 different countries, so we are hoping to bring 4 different perspectives on all of these topics that we are about to choose.
You throw Lion King out there like a dirty rag, and then you pontificate over Lilo and Stitch?
That was very good.
I thought you tried to give them back.
No.
And purchased a bunch of milk and bananas. Could I return them? I haven't opened them yet. And I spent the night with 2 of the milks.
Turkeys could talk, they'd sound like Mr. Meeseeks. I wasn't made to live this long! Kill me!
Oh no.
Oh, President Turkeys, I love it.
Oh, fuck, my face. You can find 4 Top 3s wherever you find your podcasts, and we release at the end of every month. See you then.